comments below. I am Poet. Who are you?
David Rianic.
And leave the show when you leave your comments below, when some of them are.
Hey.
And there's an epic moment in this show that only goes.
Comment of the week.
Today we speak about these are the
Champions.
Yes, Champions League, Real Madrid, congratulations. We speak about QPR getting promoted to the promised land, and we've got everything else. Let's kick it off with a couple of comments.
Let's do it, man.
Tiny Ninja Dude, I hope you grow up one day. Real Madrid 4, Atletico Madrid 1 for their 10th Champions League title. Thoughts on the game?
The first half was an absolute letdown. I was bored out of my head. You know when you're just expecting something to be amazing, and then for 45 minutes, nothing amazing's really happened. Apart from Costa getting injured. You know what, my cappuccino lasted longer than him. And it was, you get it, Costa cappuccino?
That was amazing. I can't let that was absolutely
thought, we've got to keep
amazing.
going with the puns intended. Last 10 minutes, after that Real Madrid pressure, it did start becoming more interesting, and it did become quite a good game. I enjoyed it.
The saddest thing is a scoreline, because the next comment from Frank Beaver says, Real Madrid smashed Atletico, open brackets, in extra time, close brackets. Atletico just weren't good enough. Good enough.
Hey,
pause. That was pretty good.
Pause.
And it is sad. Do you know why it's sad? Because Diego, I think Simeone got one thing wrong by starting Costa, because he wasted a substitute. And to see them get smashed 4-1 was so upsetting, because it wasn't a 4-1 game.
I think Atletico just got worn down out of chasing that ball and just defending so resolutely for 90 minutes that once that crack came through with that Ramos goal, that was it. You know when something is just meant to happen? This was Madrid's year. It was just meant to happen, just like Liverpool in 2005.
Can I just say I'm really disappointed with Cristiano Ronaldo? I just thought like...
What was he doing at 4-1 trying to be Balotelli?
Yeah.
He just ended the game. I thought that was a bit disrespectful.
I was just disappointed because he came back to Lisbon. He's from Portugal. I think he should have put on a better show. Sorry to go back to this argument, but I just think Messi's better than Ronaldo, because that literally was an abysmal performance for a world-class player, supposedly, in the Champions League final, when they needed you most. I don't think you actually turned up. But one player I have a lot of respect for, because in August he was linked with a move away from the club, was Di Maria. So many reports that he was heading out, like Özil and Benzema. Benzema stayed, Di Maria stayed, and Di Maria has been an essential and really integral part of that Real Madrid side. Taken from the front three, put into midfield to play just behind them, and he just kept running and running, even in extra time, to find that energy to go from the left-hand side, cut past 3 players, take a shot, comes out, Mr. Gareth Bale, the Welsh wonder, back post. And it would have been nice for it to finish 2-1, because I would have liked all the story to have been on Gareth Bale. Zidane came out and said he didn't realise he was that good, same as Ancelotti. And just to know that you came from, the wrong end of N17, all the way to Real Madrid and won a Champions League and a cup is just an amazing story.
And Tottenham get some money as well, so I'm sure that they're quite happy.
Speaking about Gareth Bale, he has a Twitter account, and I'll tell you what, mate, he's only gone and tweeted a picture of him and the team. What does that mean?
It's the 10th time they've won the Champions League.
Oh, and
to be honest, I don't think we should count the first 5, because basically them playing themselves. There was like 10 teams in the competition. They were the best. They won it 5 times in a row. Those, just cut them off. They haven't won them.
If you now go over to his Instagram, this is a very, very interesting story. So
happy man.
They've won in Lisbon. They've won the Champions League. Now, obviously, they're extremely happy. Everyone's there. Families have come out. Then they've gone back home to Madrid. They've arrived at 6 a.m., where approximately 100,000 people were there to greet them. 100,000 people.
That's
there
fantastic.
to congratulate you on an achievement.
What I think is an even more important story here is that Riri Pizzarima commented, "Wow, I'm so happy," but she spelled "wow" with an A. I've never seen that before.
Talking about former Premiership players as well, Arbeloa, a man that to my left you should know very, very well, played for Liverpool.
It was all right.
Achieved nothing. He says, "We are the champions, a la Madrid, open brackets."
Hijos de puta! Hijos de puta!
Less thrusting off the hip.
Okay, hijos de puta.
Now, from my understanding, that doesn't mean anything positive, but well done, Real Madrid. Give him a big round of applause. Champions League goes to Real Madrid. Moving away from Lisbon, moving on to another final that apparently you get more money for. It is the playoff final to go to the Primera Liga. Yes, in
Cesare
England.
Bordel said, "Did you hear that noise at Wembley on Saturday? It was the sound of 19 PL managers rubbing their hands together of an easy 6 points as QPR got promoted." I was disappointed. I wanted Derby to win it. QPR, we talk about money a lot in football these days, and they were going to be one of the favourites for the championship.
Yeah, 100%.
But the fact that they've made it through in the playoffs against a team which was, as you were saying, quite young and
good football.
And you want, but now we're going to see Bobby Zamora again, and Joey Barton's back in it. Joey Barton's back in the Premier League.
Yeah!
That I'm happy about because we're going to be seeing tweets, controversy, two-footed tackles, probably a few fights. He might bite someone just to, I don't know, beat Suarez's biting record. It's going to be entertaining. And then Joey Barton, straight away, as you do, took it to Twitter. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
The reason why I backed QPR to win the game was purely because they've got players that have seen it all and done it all before. The Bobby Zamoras, the Joey Bartons. They know how to sort of compose themselves. And talking about composure, Bobby Zamora's finish at the end. Mate,
compared to the defenders' reaction.
It was composure galore. But yeah, they went in, and they went to 10 men. A disgraceful challenge.
10 men.
A guy was clean through, and Derby lost it, man. I think Will Hughes is a player that I really like. Hughes is a player I proper like. And taking him off after an hour didn't make absolute any sense to me. All right, so Vuj, a couple of weeks ago, we asked the viewers, the Copper fam, to fill out a questionnaire about Copper 90, what things you want to do.
As it is the elections,
love,
you know,
so on and so
might
forth.
as well get them to fill out stuff.
And we know you had an opportunity to win this. Please, Maradona.
Oh, it's the iPod Mini.
Well, we have the winner. We can announce them right now via the envelope. Again, from Maradona. Drum roll, please.
Open that envelope, bro.
Bruv, you can't steal the prize.
I haven't.
It says, Poet and Vuj.
What?
Brazil 2014 is now less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And you think we have forgotten about you and taken you there?
But we haven't. They haven't. Well, we haven't. With our friends at Campo Retro, we'll be taking you to Brazil for the knockout stages. Brazil, are you ready for comments below?
Yes! 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 We got into Brazil!
Oh, oh. I think we should put this on the Wall of Fame.
I think you should put that note on the Wall of Fame. It's just a personal reminder that they never forgot about us. I'm going to Brazil and I've forgotten all about this iPad mini now.
Hashtag David and Poe in Brazil!
Come on!
Love you!
Come on, son! I told you we were going! I told you! All right, Maradona, can we actually have a winner now? Our excitement, it means nothing because we have to get...
It's the Copper Fam show.
Yes.
And we need to give this to one of the Copper Fam. The winner is at James Starling 1.
Oh, give him a round of applause. Starling performance, James!
Quick fire round!
3, 2, 1!
This episode...
We're going Brazil! We're going Brazil! Alright, stop again. Serious.
Let me stare into their souls.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1!
This episode of Studio Post Reactions are legendary. I hope this legend places the knife in the wrong position on Suarez. Whoa. England will win the European Under-17 Championship for the second time in a row. Is the future right back for England?
No.
It is. Nasri Alaba, Cristiano Ronaldinho, Bale, Hamsik, Ramsey, Zlatan going to the World Cup this year, but Shalom Maybe is, and so are we! The Liverpool guys look like a gypsy. Whoa. London Devlin gets cut from the US squad. Thought she's a bit too fat. These guys are really funny. They make my pancreas go nuts. No homo. Fact fun released by Chelsea. Thoughts. Yeah. Coutinho deserves to go to the World Cup. Thoughts. Yeah. But why are you flexing your calf muscles? David Luiz to PSG for 40 is he worth it? Thoughts. Of course, he's the best player in the world. Why is my comment never picked? It has. I'm going to unsub. No, don't do that. Hey, Poet, you're going to goals with win games, but defense with championship. A good defense gets beat by a great defense 9 out of 10. What? Wow, did you see that? Yes. No leg hair. No. Bring back the old Vianic haircut. It's coming. Hate the sound YouTube makes when you like a comment. Nigel Farage talks a big game, but could he do it in a cold, ready night in Stoke? Madrid won £40 million of Benzema. Thoughts?
Bring him!
Luis Enrique put his new Barcelona manager and tell us that signs. Things looking up for them?
Kinda.
Which wasn't for World Cup judges you think is the best and worst? Thoughts? I don't know. I can't think of it now. Luis Van Gaal, Judge United, and Ryan Giggs has as a player. Thoughts?
Dom!
You said they are a genius if you want to show.
Shut up!
Shut up. No way! No, listen. This is
What?
a very good comment. You, sir, Mr. David Vianic, is a genius. I think you should have put R. Grammatically, that's incorrect. However, if you watch the show on July 2nd, 2013, and skip to 7:28, David actually claims that Man U will finish 7th.
I said to you, you can see the future. I told you from day one, because your head's got Wi-Fi, you're always connecting to the wider world.
Look, the Wi-Fi was strong. That means the Wi-Fi is strong.
All right, so Vuj, our friends at Grant's Whiskey have made a series of films about veterans going back to where their careers started. Okay. And this one starts off with Sir Geoff Hurst.
This is a story all about how Sir young Geoff Hurst went back to his old town, and we're going to sit right here and show you how Grant took him to the start of his career. Plug, 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 plug.
My man was a centre-half for Chelmsford for a few years.
What's he got? Oh, finish!
Jeff Hurst, describe in one word.
Hero.
Moving on, we speak about last week. I asked everyone, all the Copper fam, what do we think of Tottenham?
Gareth Bale winning the Champions League.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, let's find out what you lot said.
Rapid King Zed. What do you think of Tottenham? They smell like cheese. What kind of cheese?
Jasper Kelly said, what do you think of Tottenham? The bird thingy is really good.
Yes. Footy Meister 998. Beans on toast.
It's come down. The emoji came down. The emoji came down.
Next one.
What do you think of Tottenham? Well, the less said, the better. The emoji's gone right back up.
What do we think of Tottenham? Slater Gaming sold one iPhone and bought 7 Motorollas.
The emoji stays up. J Cod 1602. What do you think of Tottenham? I think very little of them. Open brackets. I support them. Close brackets. You're an honest man.
Honest man.
You turn to your right, I turn to my left, and we ask that question.
Where are you from? Can I ask yourself the question? Where are you from?
Read it out as I go and put the pin in.
I will indeed, and it is from Ashwin Subedi. I am from Kathmandu, Nepal. Poke my destination against the wall.
Mate, consider your destination poked. David.
Yes, Po.
It's now time for us to turn to our right. And as we acknowledge the
Wall of Fame.
Yes, we acknowledge the Wall of Fame. This week, Maradona, please pass in. And Maida has said Wall of Fame. Miralem Pjanic. For buying...
Pjanic.
Miralem Pjanic.
Miralem Pjanic.
Miralem Pjanic. For buying a whole pharmacy worth of medicine for the victims of the Bosnian and Serbian floods. Hashtag pray for Bosnia. Hashtag pray for Serbia. Hashtag respect. That type of act should never, ever go unnoticed. It's time to address the millions. And millions of Copy 90 fans all across the world, from Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's that epic moment in the show that can only be described as, in Samoan,
Talasili Olevaisayo!
It just seems like it was so much more than comments of the week. It's just,
It just seems like...
Are we sure that's not trolling?
I trust my Samoan friend, Robin Van Persie.
And I trust Michael Swan because he is an absolute hero. Someone called me lazy today. I almost responded. I mean, that is just heroic.
D27 Gaming. I heard dental bills are rising. Better brace ourselves.
80 poos, you're right. If you kill yourself, it's suicide. If you kill someone else, it's homicide. If you haven't won a title in 24 years, it's Merseyside. Oh my God! Epic. Absolutely epic. You're right. We're going Brazil. There we go. Well, well, well.
I think there's only one winner.
80 Poos, you have one comment of the week. Me and David would just like to say thank you to the Copper fam. We feel like we're only going Brazil because of you lot. We are going Brazil. We will be in Brazil.
Stop. That's weird. That's weird, man.
We haven't got the details of when we're going to Brazil and so on and so forth. We just know we're there for the knockout stages. So the best thing I can suggest is like, just tell us what you want us to do. Let us know where you're going to be if you're going to be there, where you want us to go, what you want us to do.
Big thank you to Campo Retro and Copper 90 for sending us out there. And the biggest thank you has to go to the Copper fam, because if it wasn't for you watching this show, leaving all those amazing comments, we wouldn't be going. So thank you, Copper fam. We love you. Tune in on Friday.
Ooh,
we're going to Brazil. We're going to Brazil. And now you're going to believe us.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to believe us. Now you're going to believe us. We're going to Brazil. We're going to Brazil. We're going to Brazil. And now you're going to believe us. And now you're going to believe us. Now you're going to believe us. We're going to Brazil.